Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo people. How are you guys doing today? Can you believe that it's already time for April? April readings. Man, dude. I've said that at the beginning of probably every video that I've put up so far. It's true, man. It blows my mind, but here we are. So, anyway, before we get started, you know how I do. I have to talk about the description of the video. I got to blab for a few seconds. Okay, if you want information on scheduling a personal reading, that's in the description of the video. Okay, also information on what I like to promote. All right, Alpha Brain. You all know I promote this. This is the supplement that I use that gives me the energy to bring forth really, really high energetic readings every single day. Information on where to get your hands on that and how to get discounts on it with my promo code is in the description of the video as well. Along with my merchandise store. We just got in new phone cases too. They're pretty sweet. I love them. That's beautiful. Look at the imagery on that. Okay, got this new design. The shirts and the hoodies are going to be getting an overhaul here very soon too. We're not quite done with that, putting the finishing touches on that, but did get the new phone cases in. Those are very nice. All that's in the description of the video. Everything you need is in the description, y'all. So, Virgo, what's good with you for April? What's good with my Virgo people for April, universe? What messages do we have for my Virgo people for the month of April 2020? Man, I'm feeling the energy coming in, and it feels woosah, man. I ain't gonna lie. It feels very, man, what's the word, dude? I don't even know the word for it. It's like not too crazy, not too chill, just, well, very earthy, slow and steady. Feels good, man. I like it. I like it. I like the way your energy feels so far. We'll see what the cards have to say, but the way it feels without flipping cards feels very, very mellow and steady. Okay? Boom, the Ace of Swords. Okay? It's probably because you have everything right here. Everything right here. Okay? The Ace of Swords is, I mean, in my opinion, of course, I am an air sign, but I do have moon and rising in Virgo, so I can speak on that. But for me, this right here is where it needs to start. A lot of times you have to have it right here. You know exactly what it is you need to do. You know what you should do, shouldn't do. You have it all right here, okay? So the bad thing about the Ace of Swords is sometimes you could just stay right here, okay? This doesn't have to happen this way because this is a new start. But this does run the risk of just talking about what you're going to do, okay? You can have the idea. You can have a fucking brilliant idea, dude. A multi-million-dollar idea. But if all you do is talk about it, that's what you got to watch out for with the Ace of Swords. All right? Let's get 6 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Last shuffle. Boom, boom. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Libra, but the Justice is in the reverse. Okay? So whatever decision that has been made here, somebody I don't really feel like thinks it was the fair decision. Somebody is upset at the way this turned out. They feel like this was unfair. They feel like it was unfair. I don't know any other way to describe it. It's just like no, that's bullshit. You know, it was all. It's very similar to the Six of Pentacles. I mean, those are the only 2 cards in the tarot where somebody's holding a scale. And it is upside down, okay? It could be a Libra you were dealing with. But it's very like, no, there was no equal give and take there. That was not fair. That was not, just not, somebody is not happy with the way this turned out, okay? Is all I can say. I don't think that's you, though, Virgo. I really don't. I don't feel like that's you. I honestly feel, I mean, this could go either way, so take it how it resonates, but it feels to me, from my perspective, like this is coming from the other side of the fence here, simply because you have the 6 of Cups in the upright. Now, that's not guaranteed, but when you have the 6 of Cups in the upright, this represents looking back on the past positively. Okay. I'm looking back on this past situation, no matter how bad it went down, no matter what you did to me, no matter what I did to you. And now I'm looking back on this with acceptance. I'm looking back on this as a fond memory. Is what I'm doing here, you know? And if it was an unfair decision that was made, hey, maybe it was. But still, at the end of the day, I don't really feel like that's pulling your mind off track too much. Could have been in areas that you're dealing with, but I feel like you're finally... See, that's the cool thing about mutable earth energy. That's the cool thing, where you have Taurus, who just wants to fucking bulldoze through everything, you know, and you have Capricorn, who will just... won't go around an obstacle. An obstacle comes up in the Capricorn will take 200 years just chiseling the obstacle out of the way, you know? Virgo is very, very slicey, dicey, you know? Like, oh, okay, there's an obstacle, we're gonna go this way then, you know? See what I'm saying? Like, oh, there's an obstacle in the way. Oh, okay, well, it looks like we're changing the path. Still got the same goal in mind. Hey, we may change the path, we may change the way we do things, you know, we may change up the plan, but the goal is still the same. Dig what I'm saying? So that's what I'm seeing here, and you're finally starting to understand, I think, that, hey, maybe trying too hard to control this right here might hold me back. Might hold me back. That's a very mutable type of thought process, okay? Hey, if I try too hard to force this to happen my way, hey, like a fixed sign might, or like fixed energy might try to do, hey, I better just back off. I better just back off of that. The person you're dealing with, I think they're getting over this. I think they're getting over this. Speaking of the Six of Pentacles, so at the end of the day, I think that because we all know that what's fair isn't always what makes everybody happy. Okay? So I think that the fair decision was made, but somebody just doesn't feel like it was. Okay? But either way, the way I see you viewing whatever happened in the past year, okay? Both of you have come to your senses about the nature of this here. Could have been a Taurus you were dealing with, but there was no growth here. There was no expansion. Like I always say, what you got's what you got, okay? No matter how much you water that plant, it's not going to grow any bigger. It's not going to expand anymore. It grew. It stopped growing. Whatever it grew into is what you got, okay? So, now, if I spend too much time looking back on that or trying to, you know, I'm going to ruin my opportunities, you know. The underlying energy here is the Four of Wands. There's new opportunities being made available to you, and boy, I'm going to tell you what, if anybody's going to go after a new opportunity, or at least identify it, it would be a Virgo, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I think so. Let's look a little bit more. Oh, man. Let's go ahead about that. Somebody just tried to call me. Let's go ahead and peep out the person you're dealing with here. Person Virgo is dealing with. Five shuffles. Here's 1, 2, 3. 2 more. World reversed. They still feel like there's unfinished business here for sure. And that's fine, it happens. It happens, but the Five of Wands is in the reverse, so is the Five of Swords. All right, Ace of Wands is reversed, okay. So I do feel like they're planning something. I don't know what it is they're planning here with the Seven of Swords in the heart of the spread here, but the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands is both reversed. Okay, so it's like, all right, time to take a different approach here. Plan A and Plan B failed. Okay, all that results in is a battle. Time to get sneaky. Time to get sneaky. Emperor reversed again. So, where is that line in the sand between relinquishing control and trying to force control? You know, where is that drawn? I feel like for the most part, both of you have decided to relinquish control, but watch out. Watch out. They're planning something. Excuse me. I don't know what it is they're planning. Should I pull a few more cards on this? Oh, boom, the Sun in the reverse. And the Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they feel like they've wasted their time. They can't quit thinking about how much they wasted their time. And they're beating themselves up over the fact that this was a failure. So I feel like they're planning something. All right? And this feels an awful lot like this energy that is like, oh, okay. All right. I'm just going to let the dust settle until you totally forget and totally like that energy between us. I'm going to let you calm down. Okay? Because, hey, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. I can't, okay? If I try to talk to you right now, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Okay? Because you're too still in battle gear. Okay? You're too angry at me still, right? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you calm down. Then, once I feel like you've calmed down, I'm sliding in there. I'm going to try it again. Oh, I hate that energy, boy. I hate that energy. Well, let's look at new things coming in. Timeline's moving forward now. Let's just see where this is headed. What are you going to do about this, Virgo? What are you going to do about this? Can't live in fear. What are we going to do about this? How are you going to handle this? Boom. King of Swords in the reverse. Hey, looks like you hanging on to that anger a little bit. Don't be spiteful. Don't be spiteful. Don't play that game. Let's get 6 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Queen of Pentacles reversed. All right, I still see you walking away. That's good. Okay, I don't see you returning back around to this bullshit. That's good. But I still see you letting it eat you up on the inside, Virgo. Hey, haven't we talked about this? I think, hey, yeah, see? 6 of Cups reversed. 9 of Swords. Dude, all right. I can't get on you too hard because at least you're still doing this, okay? At least you're still doing this. Some of you could have a Leo headed your way. For those of you with new things coming in, we're going to talk about that in a second. At least you're doing this. Okay? But I'm going to tell you what, man. This and this, holding back, biting your tongue, and letting this devour you on the inside, it's not the right way to get over it. I see you're getting over it in one sense, but like we talked about earlier, that's how negative thought form entities are born. That's how they're born, is we just swallow that negative energy. We're the one that creates it. We're the one that creates it, and we swallow it. And that's what we do. We create it, we swallow it, and then it becomes a thought form entity of its own that we created. And that's how it happens. That's how it happens. Oh well, at least the karmic cycle is complete. Some of y'all could have a Cancer headed your way. I do see new things coming in for you. I see new things coming in, but right now, I feel like as far as anyone or anything trying to make its way in, you're very, very indecisive. Like I really don't know exactly. Like I see the goal, but yeah, I don't really have an A through Z plan right now. I'm kind of rolling with the punches. Hey, look, that's the best way I think to make it from A to Z in today's day and age, in this time that we're in right now. You can't fucking plan. No. Virgo, I'm going to tell you what, right now, you cannot, well, you can. I'm sure there's a lot of you that's going to do it anyway. But you can't try to plan. You can't. This is the test. These times that we're in right now are testing your trust of the universe. Do you trust the universe? Look at all the other idiots out there trying to plan and how stupid that is, okay? Do you trust the universe? Do you trust the universe? If you trust the universe, you don't need to plan. You don't need to plan for anything. Let go. Universe got you. Universe got you. I'm telling you right now, if you let it. But if you put your hands on the wheel and you're trying to force things and you're trying to plan and you're freaking out over, you're gonna fuck yourself up doing that. You're gonna fuck yourself up and end up looking stupid. Okay? Let's look at the past person. Past person and potential for reconciliation. Potential for reconciliation of the past person that Virgo was dealing with. Queen of Wands in the reverse. All right, there's no passion here. No passion, no interest. There's no drive. Okay? Let's get 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. So if you were to attempt to reconcile with the past person, which I know there's Virgos watching who will, justice is reversed again. Okay? That's what that was about. I do think that they want something stable with you, and they want to put an end to the bad blood, but this is just too draining. This is entirely too draining. At the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, this, when you look at it, you say objectively, what does this bring me? It brings you more stress, and it drains the life force energy out of you more than it adds to your happiness and your fulfillment. A lot of us don't want to admit that about a situation or a person, you know? There's a lot of you out there who are just dead addicted to, hooked on this past situation, this past person. And I'm going to tell you what, the truth of the matter is it doesn't bring you happiness. And it hasn't for a long time. Okay? It doesn't add to your happiness. It drains you and tears you down. But we don't want to admit that, do we? No. Because then it would make me look stupid. Then I would have to admit that I'm wasting my time. Okay? And that's a lot harder to do. It becomes easy to latch on to something out of habit. Because it's familiar, right? Some of y'all could have been dealing with a Capricorn. I have Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, and Cancer. Okay? But the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands is both reversed. There would not be enough passion and enough fire and enough drive to actually get the boat afloat and get it going, you know? You're all dealing with a player anyway. This person is an immature game player. And, hey, when you're dealing with somebody who is immature, okay, let's talk about immaturity. That word is weaponized a lot. You're immature. Well, immaturity, to a certain extent, immaturity can't be helped. Maturity comes with experience, all right? So if somebody's immature, they can, in their own right, have the best intentions, their version of the best of intentions, like with every ounce of knowledge that you have acquired to this point, with every ounce of wisdom that you have gained up to this point, even though if it's not very much, still with every ounce of what you have gained so far, you can have your best intentions. but you're just really immature. You can't help that, okay? That's one of those very, very, very slippery slope subjective things to talk about, because we tend to allow ourselves to put lots of expectations on an immature person, don't we? Don't we? How many of you in here are dealing with somebody who's extremely immature, but you expected too much out of them? Now you're pissed off at them. Now their immaturity is their fault, right? Now you're mad at them. You're mad at them because you expected too much out of them. You're pointing the finger at them because you set the bar too high. You were dealing with a little dum-dum anyway, okay? I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you. I don't. I'll sit back and watch that happen. I'm not just talking about here. I've sit back in my personal life and watched somebody dealing with a complete and total fucking moron, okay? A fucking moron. And when I say that, I know that sounds really harsh and mean, not to sound that way, because the person didn't mean to be a moron. It's like they didn't wake up and say, well, I'm going to be the biggest moron I can be today. You know, they were just fucking stupid. But the other person would get mad at them because you can't set the bar that high for somebody who doesn't even have the brains to exceed your expectations. You know, like I know there's at least one person that needs to hear this. That's why I'm going on about it. Okay, if you set the bar this high for somebody who their mental capacity only has the ability to get this high, I don't feel bad for you. You set yourself up for that. Okay? Okay? Anywho, things to watch out for and advice moving forward. Things to watch out for and advice moving forward from my Virgos. Boom. All right. Moving forward. And I think this probably goes out to the people I was just talking to. Don't ignore the facts. Don't ignore the facts. Like, there's that battle between head and heart. Okay? And, hey, by all means, if you happen to fall in love with somebody who's just a few degrees under mental capacity, hey, that's okay. At least admit it to yourself. Okay? We got to meet in the middle here somewhere. We got to meet in the middle. Okay, I love you to death, but you don't quite have the fucking brains to exceed, so I'm going to pull the bar down a little bit, okay? We got to meet in the middle here somewhere. But either way, don't ignore the facts. Don't ignore the truth just because it's comfortable at the time. It will come back and take a big old chunk out of your butt cheeks later on. I promise you. Let's get 4 shuffles here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boom! Watch out for people who can't sit still, dude. Whether you are this person or you know this person, okay? Sometimes you gotta find the time to chillax. Okay, the need to constantly be busy, to constantly keep yourself moving. A lot of Virgos, a lot of y'all need to hear this. But again, whether you know this person or you are this person, doesn't matter. Okay, this should be avoided, or at least taken into consideration, okay? You need to find that time throughout the day to chill, to relax, okay? To me, I personally think that right before bed, I like that, right before bed. When you're winding down, you're chilling, you're going back over the day. Okay, this is what happened today. This is what I could have done better. This is what I should have done better. Okay, cool, right on, no judgment. I'm only human. I did my best. All right, tomorrow. You know, and just be able to relax. Hey, that 4 of Swords reversed, you know, there's some people you are that person, some of you know this person, to where you never even give yourself the time to take any of this shit into consideration. You are just one of them little hyper-ass fucking puppy dogs chasing your tail. You know that little dog that just chases its tail around in a circle, and just you're just like, God damn. You either are this person or you know this person. Chill, dude. Okay? Oh, always take the time to step back and analyze your work. Okay? Always take the time to step back and analyze your work. Okay? Give yourself a pat on the back from every now and then, okay? Some of us, especially those of us with a strong Virgo influence, we think that kicking ourselves in the ass and beating ourselves up all the time is the way to go. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, okay? If you have a horse and you have one horse, and you got to get somewhere, come on, man, don't beat its ass the whole time. That's not cool, dude. That's not cool. You are your vehicle. You are the only entity. You are your own force, your own driving force. You wouldn't want to beat yourself up any more than you'd want to beat up an animal or beat up a kid. It's not cool. You can't do it to yourself. Where do we get the stupid idea that if I beat myself up all day, then it's a good thing, that I'm doing myself a service? There's a part of us, we think we're doing ourselves a service when we do that. No. It's not okay to do that to yourself any more than it's okay to do it to another person or an animal or something like that. No. Treat yourself with the same amount of kindness as you would treat another person or an animal or something like that, okay? And always take a minute to step back, admire your work, pat yourself on the back, okay? Because you've done a good job. Always acknowledge, But as far as any old battles, okay, don't fight any old battles. Dude, we don't have time for any of that shit right now. We don't have time for any of that bullshit right now, dude. You have a goal. Keep your eye on it. You may change the path, which I'm sure a lot of you are struggling with right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, now it's time to change up the strategy. Ooh, they hit us with a curveball, didn't they? Hey, that's cool. That does not change the goal. The goal stays the same. The path may change. The people who are on your team may change. The goal stays the same. You understand? And last but not least, I haven't talked about this one in a while. Distinguish the difference without judgment between your ego and your intuition. Okay? Distinguish the difference without judgment. One is not better than the other. Okay? The intuition is not good and the ego is not bad. You can do bad things with both. Okay? You can do bad things with your ego and with your intuition. You know that some of the most famous criminals throughout history were highly intuitive. You know that, right? You know that, right? You know what they did? They had their ego and their intuition on the same team. But they chose to do bad things with that power. Okay? The first thing you need to do before you want to achieve anything is get your ego and your intuition on the same team. Don't use it for bad things. That's not what we're here to do. I'm just here to tell you to pop away from judging. Do not judge. Do not say the intuition is good. Do not say the ego is bad. Okay? It all depends on what you choose to do with it as an individual. We are not going to do bad things with it. Okay? But you still need them both on the same team working towards the same goal. Okay? For the better of mankind. That's what we're here to do. Okay? So anywho, I feel like the messages my Virgo people needed to hear have come through. I hope that resonated for everybody. If it didn't, which it won't, check your moon, your rising, and your Venus. But even if it didn't resonate for anybody, I hope that everybody watching at least took one thing from this video that you can use to apply in your day-to-day life, and it will actually yield real results in the future, okay? That is my real mission in this life and my real mission on YouTube. Tarot is just the lure that brought you to me, okay? My real mission is to teach you how to properly use energy in the day and age that we are in, okay? In the expansion of consciousness. That's what I'm really doing here, okay? So, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and roll a little sign selector and see who's coming up next. All right, in the meantime, I will direct your attention again to the description of the video if you want information on scheduling a personal reading. If you would like information on how to get your hands on my favorite supplement in the world, Alpha Brain, and how to get discounts on it with my promo code. Also, my merchandise store, get you a kick-ass phone case. I also got coffee mugs, I got hoodies, I got men's and women's and kids' shirts. I got all kinds of shit, man. Peep that out. That's in the, I got towels. I got all kinds of shit, dude. Anyway, and my social media. Go follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't have very many Twitter followers. And I'm still getting the hang of that weird ass Twitter. I like it. I dig it. It's just going to take a minute for me to get used to that. I only got like 300 followers on there, though, so I'm not worried about it right now. It's nothing major, but yeah, definitely go add to my little handful of followers I got there. Anyway, boom. Capricorn. Capricorn Cappies. Caparoo. All right, if any of you all know a Capricorn, definitely tell them to tune in. Tell them to come and hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon for notifications. They are up next. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. When am I going to get that video done? I really honestly don't know. Okay, I would love to be able to get it done today. But now I have to get to my personal readings. Okay, so anyway, though, I'll definitely get it done at some point. I greatly appreciate everybody who tuned in. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the positive feedback. The love, the likes, comments, super chats, all that good shit, man. I greatly appreciate it more than you will ever know. Okay, I'll see y'all sometime between now and the rest of all eternity, okay?